Welcome back to Self-Help. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what to do if you feel like you're worrying too much. Before we get into it, I want to talk about some exciting things. First, this video marks 6 months of me doing this, and I'm really excited about future videos for a few reasons. One of which is I have an awesome list of people who I'm going to film some videos with, and you guys seem to really like the video I did last week where I talked about the different Instagram accounts posting psychology facts. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of those type of videos because I have a very deep passion for debunking psychology facts and pop psychology and talking about what the research actually says about a lot of things that people seem to believe about psychology. Anyway, I really appreciate your continuous love and support, and I'm really looking forward to the future of this channel. Alright, that's enough mushy-gushy stuff. Let's talk about worrying. Worrying can get very overwhelming. We want control. We don't want any uncertainty. We want to think about every possible bad thing that could happen so that we're not caught off guard. But constantly worrying and ruminating about our worries is exhausting. And I'm finding that a lot of the people I meet with in therapy struggle with this issue, right? They're just basically overtaken by all of their thoughts and worries, and they just run through their brain constantly all day, every day, and they want some sort of relief. So, if you find yourself worrying way more than you'd like to, I want you to try this. Worry on purpose. Might sound counterintuitive, but worrying on purpose is going to make it so that you satisfy your brain because it wants to worry, it wants to solve problems, it wants to keep you away from harm, but it doesn't do that in the most effective way, like keeping it on your mind all day, every day. So worrying on purpose is going to satisfy your brain, and it's going to allow you to live the way you want to live. Because here's the thing, telling you to just stop worrying is like telling some TikTok star to just stop making videos. Hey, you need to stop making TikTok videos. No. Is that seriously the best example I have? Yep. So you might be thinking, okay, you want me to worry on purpose, but how do I do that? And the answer is worry time. Basically, it's having an appointment with yourself every day to just sit and worry. And what most people find is that worry time helps them feel more proactive. It helps them feel like they're problem solving and have some sense of control. And that's great, because after all, that's all we really want when we're worrying. We want that sense of control and to feel like we're proactive problem solvers. Alright, so here's how you do it. You schedule an appointment with yourself every day that's dedicated to be your worry time. And the length of this worry time kind of depends on what's going on in life. When I meet with people, I usually suggest around 10 minutes, no more than 20. When you're starting off, it might be good to set it kind of high, and then you'll realize, oh, I only used 8 minutes of my 15 minutes. That's fantastic. It's important to know that it can go as short as you'd like. Just make sure that it's not dragging on for too long. All right, now that you have your worry time scheduled, this is what you actually do during worry time. Number 1, write down all of your worries. Just write them all out. Every single one, get a piece of paper, a pen, and write down every little thing that you might be worried about. Things like, my room and my house are always messy. I need to get my oil changed. Strained relationship. I don't have enough time to exercise. 18th or the 20th. I really need to call that person. I hope I can meet that deadline. I need to be eating healthier. So now that you have all your worries written down, you're going to move into step 2, which is rating all of these worries. You're going to give all of these worries a rating of 3, 2, or 1. And here's the breakdown of these 3 ratings. A 1 means that you can definitely do something about it. A 2 means that you can kind of do something about it, but it depends on other factors that are outside of your control. And a 3 means you can't do really anything about it. So once you've gone through all of your worries and you've rated them as either 1, 2, or 3, you're going to move into step 3, which is making plans and problem solving. And for this, you're going to start with all of those worries that you rated with a 1. You're going to generate ideas for problem solving, and you can list out the different steps that are necessary to relieve yourself from that worry. Maybe it's a deadline you have at work or school that you're really worried about. You can plan out step by step what you need to do and when to make sure that you meet that deadline. After that, you can move on to the 2s and the 3s and try to think about things that you might be able to do to make those a little bit better, but don't be too hard on yourself here. Oftentimes, it's just helpful enough to list it out on paper. Now, here's the important thing. You need to stop when the time is over. I usually tell people to set a timer for however long they're going to do their worry time, and I would suggest the same to you, because we don't want this to drag on and on all day. So when the timer goes off, you're done. You can put the list away, you can burn it, you can shred it, whatever you want to do. And then you got to shift your attention to something else. Maybe that's getting a task started or working on a project or doing something fun. But when worry time is over, it's over. Really, the whole idea behind this is I want to take your worrying, which is usually, spread out throughout your entire day, and I want to consolidate it into a short 10-minute period. That way, I'm not telling you to just stop worrying, because that's not helpful. I just don't want your worrying to be running on all day, every day, and interfering with your regular life. So we shrink it down, and we do really good, high-quality worrying in a short amount of time, and that is usually enough to keep our brain satisfied so that it doesn't think that it has to keep worrying just all day, every day. And scientific research has shown that consolidating worrying to a specific amount of time each day actually leads to reductions in worrying, anxiety, low mood, and insomnia. So, feel free to experiment with this. I've seen it help a lot of people, and I think that it can help you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm really excited about some of the things that I'll be doing in future videos, so keep an eye out for those, and we'll see you then.